The spline knife is probably the most ugly knife in the game. I do not give a fuck. Like, get the fuck out of here, man. Aim is Chris. I did a lot of aim training, but it's not even about like my raw aim. It's more about my movement. Like I aim more with my movement than I do with my mouse. Like I just kind of put my, like if I'm swinging, let's say I'm swinging this angle, right? I just kind of put it on my crosshair and then I use my movement to, I'm not even moving my mouse at all. You know what I mean?
2, 3, 3, raise 6, 70.
Wow, I got fucked. Don't. So people make the mistake of filling. Play a specific role, whether it's duelist or smokes. Stick to one role. If you're playing a duelist, then only play duelist. If you're playing a KJ, only play KJ or whatever. You gotta inselect the role that you want to play. You don't have to play duelist every game. Like I could top frag on Omen every time, or I can win on Omen, right? It isn't an issue of playing duelist or not. It's an issue of filling. Because filling, you don't master a specific role. You know what I mean? There's a difference between when you insta-lock duelist and when you fill, and it's just all in your confidence, right? So if you just insta-lock your role, you're confident in your role.
And then you're
I think there's a lot. This is the issue with a lot of like female players. It's like they care way too much about what other people think because it kind of. I get it. Like it's not like a. Like, I get that it's annoying to get fucking shit talked for literally no reason just because you're a woman. So. I get that a lot of women avoid duelists because this raise is crazy though.
I don't think you're getting the orb.
This raise is just insane though. He just
watch me.
Wow. Anyway, a lot of women seem to avoid duelists for that fact. The thing is when women. The thing is when the women actually queue duelists and like actually play, they are just as good as the guys. In fact, most of them are better. Something I've always said is the interesting thing about like women versus men. Like in gaming, right? Is everyone says how like women suck ass at gaming. The thing is, we only think they suck ass because we notice when they're on our team. You know what I mean? It's like I don't notice this raise at all because he's just another fucker, right? I don't notice my Sky doing bad because he's just another person. But if they're a woman, I would notice. I would be like, oh my god, this guy is so terrible.
What? Me?
Holy shit.
Reina.
Women must all be bad.
Reina, I thought you got me by me judge.
Just ult down.
I don't have. Oh, I have to go there. Yeah.
Ult down main.
Be like, oh, women must all be bad. But the thing is, like, the women do just as good as the men, if not better, most of the time. It's just that because women are not as common, I notice them more.
Oh, that's fine.
Pushing
2.
The long. I don't know what the hell that recoil was. Yeah, I'm fucked, guys. I don't know how I'm alive. All right, 112 on Raze, 40 on Gecko. Like if I got a woman every game, I wouldn't. Then it would be. I would get desensitized to the fact that a woman's on my team. You know what I mean? So then it wouldn't matter. Like it would just be a normal player.
And the bullets!
The amount of people that bottom frag on my team is fucking insane, man. So like, who cares? Who cares about if you go negative in a video game? That's the issue, man. People care so much about their performance in one individual game. Like, they care about the fucking the KD. Like, I honestly don't give a shit what my KD is. As long as I contribute to the team and when I play a game, right, I don't play the game so I can drop 25 kills. I play the game so I can focus on improving a certain skill. So, like, right now, my main focus for me is trying to figure out the best way to swing in given situations. Like, here, do I just go full wide and just do that, right? Or, like, if the guy's holding me angle, do I just, like, how do I swing that properly so I get the kill so I can get the peeker's advantage, have my crosshair perfect, right? That's what I'm focusing on right now. How do I swing properly given the situation? I'm not just, and that one makes you play with more intent. You aren't like 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 you ever just play and you're kind of just like on autopilot. Holy shit, Jesus Christ. You ever play and you're kind of just like on autopilot?
You're going the right way.
You're kind of just like walking around the map just trying to like face check people.
That side of the tube, you would have just killed them. Cause he's stuck like that.
Yeah, well, game sense is something you have to actively
We're
train.
actually gonna lose this game. Holy
Like
fuck.
that's what I'm saying. You have to play the game with intent, right?
Stay for next. Stay for next.
When you
stay for
play
next.
the game, right,
stay for
to
next, make
improve
sure
a
you
certain
line up.
skill, you start to think about it very differently, and so you're actively thinking throughout the game, and that makes you better. If I just walk around and just fucking try to head tap people, I'm not gonna do that's not gonna do anything. That's like going in aim trainer and doing tile frenzy for fucking an hour. Like eventually, it just doesn't mean anything.
Jordan,
Yeah, fuck the people around you though.
Has an op fucking market.
If possible, try to get yourself a duo that like is trying to improve with you, doesn't give a fuck about like whatever. Also, another thing with women, don't be afraid to calm. And I know this is gonna sound like pretty fucked up to say, but whenever I've queued with women, and I have a bunch of times, one time I duoed with a girl, and I bought her instead of someone else. It wasn't on purpose. I just happened to buy her. But someone on our team said like e-dater shit. And she got pissed off. Like she went off on him. And for the rest of the game, like that fucked up the entire mood. Granted, she was completely in the right, like she had every right to be upset. The thing is like a lot of people that play this game kind of get off on like annoying women because they don't have any women interaction. So like they just want attention from a woman. So if they have to annoy you, they will annoy you so they can get that attention, right? So like honestly, if a guy just says some dumb shit, just straight up ignore him. Don't say anything, and your chances of winning won't decrease that much. Cause like even though she had every right to be upset, it like we basically lost because she got upset, and it's not her fault. It's just like yeah. So it's like it's kind of annoying to have to like you guys have to always be on a higher, like hold yourself to a higher standard, but that's just the unfortunate reality.
What'd you clear?
He's TPing heaven, he's heaven.
Somebody is short. Get the lip.
they're peeking. One more. One or five raise.
I don't. What the fuck is happening? Alright. Here's the best way to explain like aiming with your keyboard instead of your mouse. Alright. So a lot of people, they try to go like while they're moving, they're trying to like flick while at the same time, right? Not, you should go like more like this. See how I'm kind of like flicking with my mouse initially, but like most of the work at the end of the day is done with like my keyboard. So basically any micro adjustments I need done is just done by my keyboard. Like I'm not moving my mouse at all. I'm not moving my mouse at all. It makes you both harder to move because you're focusing on moving rather than just trying to aim, right? Like the problem is, let's say I'm swinging an angle, right? Right, let's say I'm trying to kill that motherfucker right there. I go like this. Or I try to go like that or some shit, right? You stop and then you have to flick, micro adjust, and maybe you hit the shot. That's what most people do, right? Rather than just going boom. I only shoot and stop. I only stop moving when I'm ready to shoot, basically. So I move, boom. I missed there, but yeah, you get the point. That's the basic idea. So a lot of people, when they do like deathmatch, right, they focus on like the problem is most people are trying to be like, oh, I don't want to crouch split. Fuck, crouch spray. Fuck me, crouch spray. Most people are just go through ranked, or not even like, most people just say, oh, I'm trying to avoid crouch spraying. The reason why they're doing that is because they get into a situation they don't expect, and their natural instinct is to try to like adjust so they can have an easier time, right? Like if you're swinging, let's say you're swinging through like a Viper ult or a Viper wall, a lot of people just swing and then they see the guy and they go like that, right? It helps them like have some sort of movement at the same time of like lining up their shot. Rather than, let's say there's like a Viper wall here, I go like that. Not easy. Not easy. Instead of just going and hoping I just land, right? I'm just going. Let's go. That's like the basic concept of like aiming with your keyboard rather than your mouse. At least that's the best way I like to describe it. A lot of people just call it like counter strafing. But like when you just say counter strafing, people literally think it's this. They think this is counter strafing. Like dude, I'm just flicking with my mouse. Like I'm just going like, right? That's what they think counter strafing is. No, it's this. Yeah. So like that's why I said it's easier to think of it as aiming with your keyboard, and specifically A and D, right? If you're peeking an angle, right? And let's say I'm clicking W and D. Let's say I'm clicking WD, right? I'm a lot slower going like this than just going like this. Like,
Here.
I don't know. Versus that is a lot different. Like if you're swinging, just use A or D. And also, so this is what I was saying earlier about like trying to figure out how to like swing properly. Because like depending on the situation, maybe sometimes I want to do like a little jiggle and then repeat, or maybe I want to go wide swing and just do a movement thing, or sometimes maybe I just want to like slowly clear it and just be right on. So like I need to figure out when is the right situation to do that and like how to do it properly, like, and whatever. That's something I'm focusing on a lot. I feel like a lot of times when I die, let's say I'm attacking, I'm clearing angles, right? Like if there's a guy close to me and he's spraying and I know he is, I think wide swing is the best option because you can take advantage of him being unsettled, right? Because if you're someone holding an angle, right?
Here.
Let's say the person jiggles and you're holding this angle and then he just wide swings, you're like, here you're not gonna hit that shot most of the time. You're not gonna go like that if you just wide swing. So I think like if he's close or if he's long and you jiggle, then you just go wide swing. But yeah, I think jiggling. But if you're trying to like I guess clear an angle, let's say I want to clear that angle, I just have to go like right on the angle. I can go like this. I think I go like that. I think that's the best way to clear angles. So like right before you look at the wall, I think that's the best way to do it, and I think that's something I need to incorporate. I could be wrong. I'd have to like look at like a pro player VOD and see how they do it, but I think that's the best way to do it if I'm like clearing slow. Like let's say I'm pushing showers, I'm trying to clear the door or clear those like angles on triple or whatever. I think doing like this, or no, like that or something. A lot of people when they clear angles, they do it way too quick. Like they're just rushing. Like just take time. You take your time. Like that's something I need to learn. I need to just like take my time. I don't need to rush it. The reason why my aim is so consistent is because I'm removing the inconsistency part of it, which is my aim. I mean, I make my aim as consistent as possible, right? Like I've trained thousands of hours of it, right? So my aim is pretty consistent, but you know, it's not perfect. I'm not a robot. So try to remove that like thing you can't calculate for. Your movement speed always stays the same, and you can just focus on your crosshair placement rather than trying to like trace it, you know what I mean?